I want to start by explaining to you guys all the buttons on the calculator that you're going to be using. So pull up your calculator. You can either swipe up if you have a touch screen, and you'll be able to see all your apps here. If you don't have that, you can go ahead and touch the little open circle on the side of your thing right over here on the left. And if you pull that up, then you'll be able to search for different things. There we go. And you can just type in TI-84 Plus, and you should see it pop up there. So make sure you've downloaded that extension onto your Chromebook. Then I'm going to just take a second to show you where all the buttons are. I'm going to go through the calculator reference sheet. So try to have that pulled up as well as your calculator so you can be doing both at the same time. All right, so we'll pull the calculator to the side so we can see it. The first thing it says to do is open the TI-84 Plus calculator on your Chromebook. And if you haven't downloaded that, go ahead and go to the link, and it'll take you to the Google store, and you can just download that extension. The next thing you're going to do, enter the data into a table. So we're not going to work with any specific data here. I'm just going to make up a few numbers. So the first thing you're going to do is hit the Stat button. And when we hit the Stat button is located right here. If you can see my cursor, that's your Stat button. Go ahead and press Stat. And you'll notice that there is an edit across the top, a calc, and a test. Edit, calc, and test. And we want to push the edit button, which is already highlighted, so hit enter. Then you'll see L1 and L2. And we're just going to type a few numbers in here. Let's just do 1, enter, 2, enter, 3, enter. If you want to scroll over to L2, you just hit the right arrow button to move over. And you can type in numbers. We'll do 5, 7, and 11. Again, just making those numbers up so you have something in that data. Then anytime you need to get out of this screen, you're going to hit second and quit. So second, quit. And it'll take you back to the regular screen. Step number 3, create a scatter plot. You're going to start by hitting second. And then the y equals right above here, stat plot. And you want to make sure that first one, plot 1, is turned on. So you'll hit enter and then toggle it over to the on. Hit enter one more time. And you'll see that now the on is flashing. That means you've turned your stat plot on. And then you're done with this screen. So you can hit, again, second and quit. Second, quit. To actually have the stat plot show up, you're going to hit zoom, which is up at the top. There's your zoom button. And then scroll all the way down till you get to number 9. So you can either hit the number 9 on your keyboard, or you can use your down arrow to scroll. I'll just go ahead and hit number 9. And you'll see that I have my 3 points that I plotted. And then you'll be able to tell whether that is a linear or whether that is an exponential, a parabola, whatever from there. All right, we'll scroll down a little bit further, look at the next step. So once you're in this screen, you can always again hit second and quit. I was second and quit to come back to the regular screen. On your calculator reference sheet, let's look at the 4th step. It says find the slope, equation, and correlation. So the first thing you're going to have to do is hit the second button. And then catalog 0, which is all the way down here at the bottom, your 0 button. Hit that. And it'll show up this big catalog. You need to scroll all the way down using your down arrow until you get to something that says diagnostic on. All the way down. And there is also a diagnostic off. And it's not an on-off button. There's actually 2 separate ones. See here, you've got your on and your off. All right, so you want to turn yours on. So once you're there, hit enter. And then you have to hit enter one more time to make it actually do it. And if you hit enter again, let's see if I go on the screen, I'll do it. It'll actually say done. And that's what I mean right here. You want it to say done on the screen. So then once you've turned on that program, now you're going to move on to the stat. So you're going to hit the stat button. You can clear that if you'd like. Here's your stat button right here. You're going to hit stat. This time you're going to scroll over to calc right up here. So use your right arrow button to scroll over to calc. You're going to go down to the fourth one right here. And again, you can either scroll down using your down button, or you can just hit the number 4. I'll scroll down this time. 1, 2, and there I am on 4. Then you're going to hit enter. And you just scroll all the way down to where it says calculate. And once that's highlighted, then you'll hit enter. And you'll see this information on the screen. So A, right here, is your slope. So your slope would be 3. B is the y-intercept. There's the B right there. Notice that there's no r squared listed in our data over here. We just want to focus on the r. So this r squared right here, you can completely ignore. And you're going to focus all your attention on this r value. R is the correlation. So 0.98, you can see your values here. And because 0.98, think about that as 98%, would fall between 90 and 100, making it a very strong correlation. And then in order to reset your calculator, you just go ahead and close it. So when you're done with it, just hit the little button at the top to exit out of it. And then it'll all reset as you open it back up. All right, so that's how to use a calculator. I'll make a second video on actually how to do the problems as we type them in and go through them.